Welcome back to Fly Fishing Rutland Water. Today we've got a real treat for you. This is completely different. Last 3 days we've been on what is effectively public water on one particular beat, and it's got a little bit crazy. I mean, you've got people fishing literally yards next to you, the locals. You're kind of fighting to get your spot, and it's kind of not what I was kind of expecting. I was expecting more of this kind of wilderness type fishing when I came to Canada. Still good fun, but I've been craving a bit of that solitude. Now today we're getting that. 3 of us, we're in this little raft, and we're basically going to get in the raft and go down the river and then stop, do a bit of fishing, get back in the raft, go to another spot, do a little bit more fishing. Something completely different. I don't have anything like the right gear, and quite frankly I don't care if I catch a fish or not. This today is really all about some really nice photography and showing you the real wilderness fly fishing in Canada. So because we've got very little space in this boat, I'm probably going to be closer to these guys than I am to my wife, which is ridiculous. I'm only going to use the body camera, so you'll only see me like this in the intro and the kind of the outro sections of the video. The rest of it I'm going to be putting the GoPro camera on here, and you'll see everything like first person as we go down the river. Let's go and have some fun. As we walk along this area, I keep looking down, looking for bear tracks. I think we've seen a couple of cat-like tracks, probably cougars or something like that, and also definitely something like a deer. So there's obviously plenty of wildlife around this morning.
This is a nice water, straight away. It's fast.
It's lovely, yeah.
Lovely swinging water.
Yeah.
But again, you can only fit one of you on there. You could walk down it a little bit.
Yeah, you could. Or the beauty of having the boat is you could have people in different places. You could have your own bank.
Yeah. Yeah,
this is what my mind was telling me that Canada was going to be like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is lovely.
I've got David with me today, so if you hear a second voice, it's David. If you hear a different second voice, it's Gary. And I got the names right that time.
Very good. Well done.
Oh, there's our first dead fish. It's spawning time, so these babies do not return to the sea. They come up, they have one night of gratuitous sex and then die. Water's quite clear as well.
Yeah.
Water's clearer than the Skeena. This river is the what's it called, the Kitimat? The Kitimat. I should have made that clear in the intro. We're at the Kitimat today. Right, we're off. Now this is certainly new.
This is different.
That's Gary to my right hand side, so if you hear a voice on the right, that's Gary.
Like a milky colour, isn't it?
Oh, that mosquito bite, whatever that bite is.
Oh, God.
That's not fun, is it?
Get some of the stuff I've got back at the
I'm
lodge.
not a racist, I got a coloured TV.
Oh, that's a good one. I've never heard that.
Look at this thing here.
Mosquitoes here don't
This
come
happened this morning, that hurts like hell.
Well, it's like a malaria, but it's...
Thankfully now I'm actually absolutely covered from head to toe in insect repellent that would be absolutely banned in the UK. We're going to have to be very careful how we interpret what Corey's going to say. There's a lot of pinches of salt going in today, I think.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one, yep. Oh, and again.
Oh.
And nice.
Is that a pink?
Yeah, that's nicely. Oh, it's doing it again.
I wouldn't know.
It's obviously it's just doing it for the camera.
Oh, cool.
Then they catch the salmon straight away. Yeah, exactly. It's like
So these guys have float tube down here.
It pisses them off.
Yeah.
Or they'll just move like 2 feet, and then they're just like, instead of being like so slow and just like that, then they're like, excited. Just gotta find my spot again, you know. And then something's in the Swirish guys. And we hook it up here.
Oh, eagle,
side,
bald eagle, or
and then,
whatever.
And then, by the
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get a great look at it though. Like, but sometimes when they're patchy like that, it's because they're juvenile.
It's a young one.
It been a young
It had the white head.
Well, they'll like not be like fully white from
Yes.
here. They'll be just like
Yeah.
a bit of white coming through.
Yeah, and it was kind of very mottled, so it was like juvenile type or juvenile-ish type feathers,
exactly.
probably adolescent type thing.
But I think
There must be so many different ways to fish this river.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys in float tubes, aluminium boat trolling, us stopping off and taking different spots.
there's a lot of rivers in the States in the Olympic Peninsula. Guys are doing that.
Oh, what was that, a pink?
That looked like a pink.
Yeah, it had a big hump.
Out there,
Yep. My God, I'm even learning to distinguish species of salmon as they rise in the water. I've been looking at the posters in the lodge.
But yeah, they're gonna just pull the boat in.
Okay, so it's the reverse of basically legs over into the water.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. That's fine, yeah. Cool. Take a couple of steps down, keeping an eye on the depth because it's gonna. I think it comes in the way a little bit. So it's going quite nicely. Don't have to go too far. Oh, first fish of the day. Whoa! Fish on. Oh, it's off. It's come off. First fish of the day. Well, we had one on there. Came off pretty quickly, but it shows they're here, and we're in the right part of the river. Let's see if we can get it again. Upstream end. That's better. That's the kind of casting I want to do. Oh. What's this? Oh, I've got the smallest fish in the river. I've got something on. The fly must be bigger than this fish. Oh dear. So we've got, what is this? this What is this? We've got a little trout. Look. Little trout. Oh, it's must be some kind of juvenile fish. I don't know what that is. That first fish of the day. Whoops. There we go. And away. So. Oh! I'm catching all the little ones! Yeah, it's the second trout I've had. Lovely little fish though. Is that just the danger is we get plagued by trout, but I mean, to be fair, I don't really care. It could still be a really enjoyable day. My only worry is that the bigger fish are maybe slightly further down, and the slow tip that I've got on won't get me down fast enough. But I've got some other tips that I can try if I feel I'm struggling. Oh, that is flipping brilliant! I've got to get back into the spey casting. I really like this.
It's gonna rock it because I can feel it has lots of backbone.
Yeah, there's a lot of backbone in it, yeah. So how much
It's a
would
bit of a slow.
yeah. So
rod.
how much would a scandia line cost me?
Well, I would get a Skagit line for it.
Skagit, yep.
And get like a, because it's number 8, it should do well with about 650 grains.
What's right? 650 grade.
Yeah, because this rod could hit the other side of the bank easily with this line. But having coated running line, it's lots of resistance. Like,
Yep.
coated running line's only good for short casting.
Okay.
And this thing's like, that's line sucks. It's not really it's not for throwing big tips either.
No. Oh, there's plenty coming through.
Yeah. So see, I'm like fishing that side, and I'm pretty sideways there.
Yep.
But then as it comes here,
So
like,
it's almost
so then I can
10
go
o'clock.
like this,
10 o'clock.
and I can like go 45 on that part
Yep.
now. And so like that's how I double
Yeah.
fish spots, because there's that pocket out there, that seam, and then there's one in here that's glassy, right?
If I had Aggie's rod, I could hit the other side without any problem.
And it's not the rod problem.
Yeah.
It's the shooting
Yeah.
head.
But how's
this is like too old school of the
Yeah,
line.
her rod and line are just so well balanced.
Well,
it's just,
totally.
yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Gunning. But this is like, it's like a traditional
Yeah,
line. It's like, well, we haven't casted lines like this for a long time.
yeah.
And then if you're trying to put a heavy tip on that, so I'm like, need to
But
use
for
that.
back, for back home, this is fine, you know.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta like have that D-loop just perfect, and it's real
Yeah.
just a tippy.
Yeah. Because I don't want to be fighting it all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let it
sorry.
swing through, yeah.
Yeah,
let
sorry,
it swing
I'm
through.
just.
Yeah, it's.
And then what? You haven't done the second mend, have you?
Well, no, it was over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was over there.
Okay. See, what I've been doing is just with a single spey, kind of the load point for me is roughly about here, and just getting the rhythm right.
Yeah.
Not quite as far as you, but I'm not far off.
But that line, like, it just doesn't pour the water.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't pull out, does it?
Yeah, coated line is terrible for that, because people all like that handling thing. It's like, well, that's why I get 40-pound running line, mono running line, but real thick. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not because I need 50-pound all the time. It's like, it's just, it handles better.
Yeah. Fish on! I don't know, but it's, yeah, probably decent, not a trout. Again, it seems to be on that slacker water that they're taking. It's not a massive fish, this is probably going to be a few pounds, but it's a fish which counts, you know, which is good. Right, I haven't seen it yet. I have no idea what it is, but it's not massive, but it's a fish. And we've managed to get it, like I said, fishing in far from ideal Kitimat tackle. It's not massive, it's probably a few pounds, nothing, don't worry, I don't need it netted. I'll just back this one out. I've done a lot of salmon fishing where I've caught fish and brought them up. Well, that's actually better than maybe I think.
Yeah, but you could almost go down 25.
What's this? Yeah, it's just a pink. So, we've got a pink salmon, which is fine. But we've got one, which is important. We've actually got a fish on camera. Just bring it into the shallow waters. I'll show you what a pink looks like. Bring it in, back into the shallows. It's going to go back anyway. So this is a seasoned Scottish salmon angler. This is what we used to do. This is what we do all the time. I get into the There we go. Bringing the paint in to the shallow water. There we go. That's not a bad fish actually. There we go. Put the rod down gently. That's actually not a bad fish. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Well hooked. Actually in reasonably good condition. A little pink salmon. Maybe get a release picture. So here we go, pink. It's probably, that's probably £5 plus, maybe.
Yeah,
6.
4 or 5.
Yeah, £5 I reckon.
Yeah, 5 would be.
Not bad.
Yeah, well done, John. Yep.
That's actually not bad. It's not like diseased or anything. It's still, although that one's probably not spawned yet. But I've been struggling. This is Gary's rod, which is fabulous. Yeah. But I've been struggling with the other line. Our prestigious guide here has basically said, put this line on this rod and see the difference it makes. I tried it once and I've never cast this far in my entire life. So now that I'm on camera, I'm going to try and replicate that again. But what I expect will happen is it'll probably land in a big heap at my feet.
No pressure, John.
Let's give it a go. World champion casting lessons.
Yeah, yeah. Is this a casting comp or fishing? Nice.
Actually,
Is that hook though? I lost 2 fish on that one.
hey, that hook's fine. Right, so we're looking at it in the river. Now, what Corey showed me was if I get the line at the right distance, I can cast long enough and I can actually cast both. I can actually fish both sides of the river simultaneously. So, get a bit of line out, have a go at this. I'm not doing any of the fancy snap tee stuff that he does. I can't do any of that. I'll just do my standard spey. And get the running line out to the right level. It's a bit there. There we go. And then just start with a small one. Now that's the distance I was getting before. Let's go a little bit further. See if we can get more out. But I got that distance without even thinking about it, without even trying. So we'll do the same thing again, just the standard left and around. Well, it's not quite as good as I was doing it, but it's still way further than I was doing, so that's good. Let it come around. Do the mend for the second mend to fish the other part. I've got a slower tip on here now as well, which hopefully will stop me connecting with the boulders as much as I was before. They seem to like this fly as well. that is casting.
Caught the far bank yet?
No, but well into the other side. That's probably half as far again as I got with the
Yep.
the previous rod.
Previous line.
Line,
Yeah.
exactly. That's probably half as much again as I got with the previous line.
That's a good rod,
on
yeah.
the same rod. Oh,
Whoa, fish already. Nice. See? That's where casting distance makes it.
it's off, it's come off.
Oh, it's gone, is it? Right.
So here's the trick. When you get them, yank to the bank now.
Yank to the bank.
Yeah, the set should be always to the bank.
Look at that! That is insane! This is a rank amateur casting into the distance.
Yeah.
You are fishing so much more, Corey.
Yeah.
You're fishing double the distance.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's good for that. Like, outside man, inside man on this pool because there's like a double glassy pool here.
Yeah, you do the outside first, then inside, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can really catch that slack current on this side of the,
Yeah,
There's
fast
a good
water.
camera. There's a good camera on this phone, John.
What?
Good camera on here.
Yeah, it's fabulous. Gary, I use that a lot for my HD videos when I haven't
Yeah.
got the cameras running. That wasn't quite as good.
Oh, well, you're not going to
Let's
hit a
pull
good
that
shot
one in
every
again
time.
and do it
It's
again.
golf.
Upstream bend. You can stop now. We're done. Thanks. We got one brilliant cast. That's all I needed. So just stop it, Gary. Thanks, Gary.
Pro Max, isn't it?
No, it's the Pro, but just the standard size.
Got 3 lenses, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I noticed. I think yeah, and
You can get a big wave come right over.
yeah, and
The
it
whole
just.
boat fills up, and then a minute later it's like empty.
So where's it drain out again? Through these holes here.
In and out. Yeah. Because the floor is pumped up. Right?
Oh, okay.
The old boat.
Likely to visit fishing going forward.
Yeah.
What? Because I found in reality that some of the places, like there, I didn't need big rod. I could have got away with a switch rod or whatever, just catching those things. I didn't
Yeah,
need to be able to whack it off or anything.
Yeah.
But where, like, for example, the bar, I think the only reason they use such a big rod in the bar, I think, is because they want the heavy tips.
Yeah, it's the tips, yeah.
The disc that you have to cast.
No.
Because you literally catching.
But I've used a 7-8 weight, like mostly at this time of year. Is like the only reason I would have the heavier rod on this river for this long is because the freaking chums were in here, like really aggressive, and chum will break a freaking 7 weight.
Yeah.
But normally I fish a 7 weight spey, other than for Chinook.
So aren't I actually better just buying a Skagit head that's a
Yeah.
lighter one that will
Yes.
fit my 13
Yes.
as well?
Yes. We
So-
could do that from the boat right now. I could phone Tim again.
Yeah.
And
What do I need? A 550 or something?
yeah, 525 to 540 will fit.
Just did the spool yesterday, but it was flat.
The spoon, yeah, that's the way to find them right now for sure.
Well, it was one pool and then it was over.
Really? Just one spot?
Yeah.
Excuse me. The one thing I don't need to spend a fortune on is a reel because it only holds line, and I've got a Hardy Demon at home, which is decent.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Sorry?
You could ask. Well, I think it's like anything. We'll go and have a look at what's going on. I'm going to definitely get this 550 head or whatever I need.
Uh-huh.
But then I could be tempted still. And if we go and say, what can you do as a deal, might
Yeah.
get a bit of a discount.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
John Park getting a lesson of Corey, the spey casting. He's an absolute master. And pan down to David Humphrey.
Instead of switching hands,
Yep.
this is what we do. You go still right hand on the top. See how the roll cast on the
Yep.
backhand? So you go roll cast like that. Backhanded. Backhanded snap. And you can watch your line turn over. So if you have a big wind that's coming upstream, it's really good.
So what did you do there?
Show you. This is pretty neat. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's a little bit foggy though. Almost you gotta get a little bit higher.
That's what I was thinking.
You get that pinch point.
Yep. I didn't actually look up, I just went straight up from where you put the boat, but you can actually see there's a nice...
The cohos will sit in here if you're like stripping short strips. Sometimes they'll follow stuff in. Because coho will sit in pretty dead water. So, and so see how like I'll have about that much out?
Yep.
But say roll cast down.
Yep, to get it out, yep.
And this is the setup. That is.
Yep. And then you kind of...
So, pop. And then I'm just gonna loop off its back shoulder.
Oh. Wow. And you hit the tree as well. I would never do that.
I like it better with a little bit longer. Because this feels like a 10-footer now. A 10-foot 10-foot.
Whoa.
And part of that too, they'll pull out better if it has that.
Oh! That was almost perfect because it just landed short of the other bank. So here we have the Advanced Casting Masterclass.
The loop looks like it's gonna collide. Sometimes I'll be like, and then like pull it a little bit, you know, pull it to get the bottom part out of the way. That was exaggerated, but
Yeah. You're trying to demonstrate the principle rather than...
exactly more than anything. But you can do that and drop the tip a little bit and get it to clear when you realize you screwed something up a little.
Yeah, so if you're getting a little bit too close to the overhanging tree, you can just pull it back a little bit.
Hold it.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot. Like you're like, oh, it's gonna give it a yank to.
Thanks for coming out fly fishing Rutland Water with me again in British Columbia on the Kitimat River. It's been a really interesting morning. It's been more about enjoying the scenery and rafting, and I guess the biggest fun for me was the casting practice, having a go with a different rod, having a go with one rod then struggling, but understanding why I was struggling, but then the guide Corey kind of agreeing what was wrong and then giving me some stuff to play with by changing the reels over, trying a different line, and then being able to cast way into the distance. Caught a couple of fish in two different positions, caught a few, hooked a hell of a lot more, which seems to be the story of this trip, but it's been absolutely fabulous. So if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button, and I would be delighted if you would subscribe to the channel, because that way you can see more of my fishy adventures. Thanks for watching.